Hi, this is Josna. Welcome to Josh Tutorials. In the previous session, we have discussed about acids, bases, indicators, and reactions of acids. Now, in this topic, we are going to discuss about neutralization, conduction of electricity in acids and bases, and dilution. Look at this picture. Does it mean anything to you? Do you know the reaction that took place here? Okay, I will reveal it for you. This is nothing but an acid reacting with base. The stomach had produced excess of gastric acid, which is HCl, and to control it, he has taken some antacid, which has relieved him from his pain. Acids react with bases forming salt and water. This is called neutralization. To explain neutralization, look at this video. I have taken distilled water in a conical flask, added a few drops of dilute HCl to it, and a drop of phenolphthalein. As you know, in acidic medium, phenolphthalein is colorless. The solution is also colorless. Now I am going to add a base, sodium hydroxide, to neutralize it. On adding the base, it turns to pink. On titration again, it becomes colorless. That means the solution is still acidic. I am continuing. Process till the solution totally turns pink. That means the solution has to turn into basic medium. That means the solution is to be neutralized first and then turned into basic. The reaction of an acid with base to form salt and water is called neutralization. Acid reacts with base gives salt and water. Hydrochloric acid reacts with sodium hydroxide forming sodium chloride and water. Neutralization reactions are always exothermic. They produce heat. Reaction between a strong acid and a strong base result in more exothermic than a reaction between weak acid and a weak base. From previous activity, we have got to know that acids on reacting with metals produce hydrogen. Let us check whether all acids contain hydrogen or not. Connect two different color wires to graphite rods separately in a 100 ml beaker as shown in the figure. Connect the free ends to 220 watts AC supply. Complete it by connecting the bulb to one of the wires. Prepare solutions of hydrochloric acid, acetic acid, sodium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, glucose, alcohol separately. Now, place dilute HCl in the beaker and switch on the current. Repeat the activity with the other solutions also. You will notice the bulb glows only acids and bases but not in alcohol and glucose. From this activity, we can say that acids produce H+ ions, that is H3O plus ions, and are responsible for conduction of electricity. Whereas alcohol and glucose, which also do have hydrogen, but are unable to produce H+ ions, so not capable of conducting electricity. Does not turn the blue litmus paper red. Now get a wet blue litmus paper near the delivery tube. The dry HCl, as soon as it touches the moist paper, the blue litmus turns to red. From this activity, we can conclude that any concentrated acid or base is unable to produce ions on itself. Only the aqueous solution of it is able to produce ions and help in conduction of electricity. If you want to make a dilute acid, add a few drops of concentrated H2SO4 to 10 ml of water. Now as you touch the walls of the flask, you can feel the reaction is exothermic. So the acid or base must be always mixed, added slowly to water with constant stirring. Mixing of an acid or base with water result in decrease in the concentration of ions per unit volume. Such a process is called dilution, and the solution is said to be diluted. If water is added to concentrated acid, the heat generated make the mixture to splash out and cause burns. It may even break due to excessive heating. In order to avoid such things, a label is pasted on the solutions, which are to be handled carefully. The bottles with this label should be handled carefully. Glass pillars, test tube holders are to be used while transferring solutions from them. Here's an assignment given for you. Please try to pause the video and answer them. Thanks for viewing my channel. If you like it, share it.